Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Tefal DT8150 handheld clothes steamer. And what I want to do today is to show you around the steamer, give it a bit of a demonstration, just see what it can do. I'll be honest, I'm really quite interested in this. It's something we have sold for, I suppose, several years now, but I'll be completely honest, I've never actually tried one myself. So I thought I'd bring one home and give it a go. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. But first thing we need to do is to get it unboxed. Now, I've had a quick look into this, and there are actually a lot of handheld steamers on the market. I think it's quite a good alternative to ironing. Now, for a lot of people, ironing is never the favourite hobby. I don't know anyone that really enjoys ironing. But I suppose if ironing is something you enjoy doing, let me know. Why do you enjoy it? I know one of my friends, she quite enjoys doing it because she tends to put a film on, probably a glass of wine as well, stick the ironing on, or get the ironing going. That's something that she enjoys doing anyway. But there's quite a lot of bits and bobs in here. Now I'm going to have to try and have a look to see what all of these bits do. As I say, I've not actually used one of these yet. So, this is the handheld steamer itself. Quite a smart little device. Now, on here you have got a 3-meter cord, which is always good. I must admit, there's nothing worse than having something like an iron with a really short cord. An iron that I'd used previously had quite a short mains cable, and that got quite frustrating. So a couple of final accessories that come with it. First of all, we've got a hook, so that can just hook over a door. So if you wanted to hang something up from, I suppose what I want to do is to give you a demonstration of it, just see how it works. But it's good they've put a hook in there as well. You've also got a cheeky little carry bag, so you can store it somewhere and put the accessories in it. Now I did just have a quick read through the instructions, which is quite rare for me. I'm not really into instructions. But as far as the accessories, so this one, so the brush attachment, this is a fabric brush and it opens the weaves of the fabric for better steam penetration. Before removing or attaching the steam brush, unplug your appliance and allow it to cool down for 1 hour. The next one, which is this one, this steam cover filters water impurities and protects fabrics from water drips. This accessory must be used for delicate fabrics which do not support ironing. Please remove or attaching the steam cover, unplug your appliance and allow it to cool for 1 hour, same as the first one. And then the last one, this is the crease. So the crease attachment is used to press trousers easily or to remove stubborn creases. Put your fabric in the space between the two accessory parts. Move the crease attachment in a downwards motion starting from the top. So you've got quite a good range of different attachments. I suppose really what I want to do is I really want to give this a go. I have got some ironing that needs to be done. Let's just take the protective cover off. But what I'm going to do is to, clearly being a handheld steamer, we are going to need to go and fill this up. So that's I should have showed you. So you've just got to clip on the back here and lift that up, and then the little water tank comes off. So it is quite a small water tank. Clearly being a handheld unit, you can't have too much water stored on there. It's around 200 millilitres capacity, but really what I want to do now is I'm just going to go and pop some water in here, and then I'll get it plugged in and we can start to crack on. Now I've filled it up with water, I'll just show you. This is quite good. It's just got a little like rubber bung at the top, so you just fill it at the top there, and then when you put that back over, it's a really good seal. So it just means that when you're moving the handheld steamer around, the water's not going to tip out. Just prove that, tipping it upside down. But let's just pop that on there like that. It just clicks back into place. So if we take the Velcro strap off of there and conveniently I've got a plug right next to me. And then all you need to do is just to press the on button on the back. And then once you've done that, it only takes around 40 seconds to heat up. Just while it is heating up, I'll just show you, you've got two other buttons on the back. So first of all, you've got the delicate option. So if you've got, as it says, if you've got quite delicate fabrics that you want to steam, that's the ideal button to press. Or if you've got quite heavy duty fabrics, perhaps things like curtains that are quite thick, then you've got the turbo button on the back there as well. Even in that short time, it has heated up. The button is solid blue on the back. Basically, you either choose delicate or turbo. So depending on which one you wanted, you just select which one on the back. You've got the steam button at the front here, and all you need to do is just press and hold that. I suppose it takes a couple of seconds to initialize initially. You can see that working away. And you've got a couple of options. You can either keep your finger on it. I suppose if you're going to be, say, ironing a shirt and then turning it round, doing the sleeve, you don't want it on continuously. But if you were going to, say, iron some or steam some curtains or quite a large surface area, then rather than keeping your finger on it, you have got a little switch at the front there. So all you need to do is press that, put the switch down, and then that's just continuous steaming. And personally, I always think that's a really good idea, especially if you suffer with your hands. If you've got things like arthritis, then you don't necessarily want to have to keep your finger on the trigger there. But I think really, I've talked quite a lot about the product itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of shirts. I've got a shirt that I've recently washed. To be fair, it has dried completely, so it will be quite a good test, because I suppose in some of my other videos when I talk about things like tumble dryers, if you do tumble dry shirts, then it's normally recommended to use something called iron dry as one of the options in the dryer or on the dryer. And what that will do is that will leave it slightly damp, so that can make the ironing process quite a bit easier. But what I've done is I've washed the shirts, I've had them hung up for around a day, so they've completely dried. So I'm going to give that a go, just to see how we get on. So what I've done is I've just hung the shirt from my ironing board, and all I'm going to do to start off with, because again it's genuinely the first time I've used this, is I'm just going to try it without any of the attachments on the end. So let's see how we get on. So, okay, very first time I used it. It has got a couple of dribbles on it. I'm not sure if that's because I didn't hold it quite upright. Let's just try the sleeve. Now I must admit, okay, it's not quite at the ideal height for me. I'm doing this probably a little bit low, but I'm really impressed. It's nice and easy. If I had it at a slightly higher height, and clearly keeping it upright has really helped on that side. I could probably just redo over this bit here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I think it would really help had I left these iron dry, or had I left them slightly damp. That would really help. Let's just come over this side. Now, something it does say in the instructions is to make sure you don't steam it when it's actually on somebody. Last thing you want to do is to burn somebody with the steam. But so far, I'm actually really impressed with this. It'll only take a minute for those droplets of water to go away. But compared to how it was, I think it does look a lot better. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to find something else to iron. So now I've just got a different shirt. As you can see, it is quite creased. It's not really the sort of fabric that you put in a tumble dryer. And I suppose hanging them out to dry, naturally it will have quite a few creases in it. Now I have just put on, oh, careful. I have just put on the fabric brush. Now this is the one that apparently opens up the fabric. So I just want to see how we get on with this, because this will be quite interesting. Again, really impressed. No, I think that's very good. Let's just tell you what, I'm just going to switch it over to turbo, just see what difference this makes, because this might help. It certainly made it, I'd say it made it a little bit easier. Just come down the side there. Do need to be careful not to get my hand in the way of the steam. I'd say overall, yeah, I just need to finish off the sleeve. It's a little bit awkward because I'm reaching over the camera, but for the main body of the jumper, I think it looks a lot better. So now what I've done is I've just come upstairs to show you how you can steam some curtains. Now I know at the moment it doesn't look really like they probably need doing. I suppose some people look at a couple of creases and go, well, yeah, actually they do need doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this filter on. This is the steam cover filter, and this is really the one to be used where if things are not used to being ironed, so things like shirts or trousers, they're used to being ironed, they're used to the ironing or the iron going on top of the fabric. Things like curtains, they're probably not used to being ironed, so I've just popped that filter on the front there. So I'm just going to put it on the delicate setting to start with, just see how we get on. So far, that does seem pretty good. I'm just going to put it on the turbo setting, just see what difference that makes. Now this is really where, as I mentioned earlier, because you've got the switch that you can actually lock it down. So rather than me having to keep my finger on there, then that's a really good option. So this is just a really quick, I suppose, demonstration of it, just to see, just really to test it. These curtains haven't been up long, so they were forwarded in the packet. I suppose what I should have done is I should have done this quite early on. Now, I must say, I think it's improved it. It could certainly do with going over a bit more, but again, I'm really impressed with it. So now I've done a couple of demonstrations with it. I suppose the overall verdict is, am I impressed with it? Well, yes. Would I use it on a daily or weekly basis to replace the iron, to save me having to do any ironing? I will be completely honest, probably not. I think there would be, I know it's only a quick result with things like the shirt that I tried to steam. I don't think you quite get the crispness or the sharpness that you get with when you do a proper iron. But as an overall replacement for trying to reduce the amount of ironing that you do, this could be a really good device. When it comes to getting creases out of things like your curtains, I'll be honest, this is a no-brainer. This is going to be way easier than having to iron your curtains or take them off and iron them. I think had I persevered a bit more with the curtains and probably held them and steamed it for a bit longer, I think I would have got all the creases out quite easily. But I'll be honest, that's the first time I've ever tried to get creases out of curtains. It's quite a new concept for me. If you're thinking about buying one of these, I've provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Almost feels like I'm talking into it as a microphone, but I don't think it quite works the same as using it as a steamer. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. All I'd normally say is please give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. If there's something that you wanted to know, if you came to watch the video, and if you're not too sure about it, after finishing watching it, then just pop it in the comments, or if you've got a question, just pop it in the comments and I'll try and get back to you. Anyway, thanks for watching.